Serbia, a diverse country located right in the heart of the Balkan peninsula. In the south, there are untamed mountains, while in the north, there is the fertile Pannonian plain. The plain is densely populated and intensively cultivated. It almost seems like there is no place left for wild nature. Wherever you look, there are fields. Nothing but fields. Despite all of this, we came to Serbia to document the reptiles and amphibians that still live here. Our journey begins in the north of the country, in Novi Sad, the second largest city in Serbia. However, we don't stay here for long and head to the smaller town called Bački Petrovac. There is a significant Slovak minority living in these areas. About 60,000 Slovaks live throughout Serbia. In the morning, we set out to explore the town and also search for the first animals. In the landscape damaged by intensive agriculture, we have to focus our search mainly around water channels and ponds, where the chance of finding something is highest. After a while we are successful. We are finding several dice snakes, hunting in a small stream flowing through Petrovac. These snakes spend a significant part of their lives in water. They specialize in hunting fish. In the Balkan Peninsula, they are among the most common snakes, and we found 6 of them here in about half an hour. Dice snakes are almost entirely grey, but they have colorful spots on their bellies. These spots can be white, yellow, orange, and sometimes even distinctly red. Around the abandoned houses and cottages hides another species of snake. Finding it, it's quite a challenge. Even though it's pretty common, it lives very secretly. It's a smooth snake. The diet of this small snake consists mainly of other reptiles. They may even prey on other snakes, including members of their own species. Smooth snakes try to mimic venomous vipers with their coloration and behavior to deter predators. The most reliable distinguishing feature is the horseshoe shape behind the neck. After the dusk, we go into the streets of the town to search for frogs. The most abundant species is the European green toad. But today, the spadefoot toads are also active. These toads are quite difficult to find as they spend most of their lives buried underground. They have special growths on their hind legs in the shape of little shovels, with which they toss sand over themselves. In winter, they can even bury themselves over a meter deep underground. After a few days, we are leaving Bački Petrovac. It's time to move further east towards the borders with Romania. There lies a very interesting area where we plan to spend a couple of days. It's the Deliblato Sands, a place unparalleled in Europe. It's the largest sandy area on our continent. The sand was deposited here by the Danube River, and now the area is predominantly covered in steep vegetation. We spent our days wandering through beautiful grassy hills, observing birds by the Danube. The Pescara is teeming with life. It's an ornithological paradise, and thus we are never bored. We are amazed by the discovery of the European pond turtle, which is almost extinct in Central Europe, but these turtles are still quite common in the Balkans. They can be found almost all over Serbia, even in city water channels. The European pond turtles captivate us, especially with the beautiful markings on their heads. There is a lot of rubbish washed up by the river. Although it doesn't look pretty, it provides shelter for many reptiles, such as beautiful grass snakes and dice snakes, which are abundant here. However, we have come mainly for perhaps the longest snake species in Europe, the Caspian whip snake. Despite the fact that summer isn't the best time to search for them, we decided to give it a try. We learned that they often hunt the nestlings of St. Martins, which dig burrows into the sandy cliffs by the Danube. Unfortunately, after 3 days of intensive searching, we only saw a glimpse of tail disappearing into the bushes and found several shedded skins. However, Delibratosens is an area full of life, and we thoroughly enjoyed our time here. Before leaving for the Czech Republic, we quickly stopped at a location near the town of Vršac, where we stumbled upon a beautiful juvenile Aesculapian snake basking by the road. When fully grown, it may reach up to 2 meters, and it may look quite different than now. Juveniles of these snakes can be mistaken for grass snakes. They also have yellow spots behind their necks. However, Aesculapian snakes have a brown and yellow marbling even on the rest of their bodies. Our time in Serbia has come to an end. Our last evening we spent by a puddle formed in the fields by recent rains. In the middle of otherwise dead and destroyed landscape, we observe a vast number of rare shorebirds and other water birds. It's a beautiful sight and gives us hope that nature will somehow always manage to find its way despite all the human activities.